Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab, about to break some bread with somebody, piss somebody off, but got the bop guns out. Bang, bang, bang. We about to tell the truth, and this is gonna be about dealing with an ignorant mate, male or female. Women, if you got an ignorant man, men, if you got an ignorant woman, this is a lesson for you. Trust me on this one. This is real life stuff here. Let's rock. Right? It isn't 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Stories with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. Your goal as the right thing is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question: do you know you? Well, when I'm through, yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them, don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to my eye be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about P Funk's philosophy on self mastery is learning how to deal with the ignorant mate daily. Ooh, you call your mate. And no, we gotta remember. I just gave the opposite of the track lesson. This is the reverb for that one to break it down a little more simple. That one went a little awry, but I'm gonna get this one hopefully right. Dealing with an ignorant mate. We all been there. Either the one dealing with or being the one that's ignorant. So whatever side you fall on, this is just a little lesson how you can take care of that. Whatever side you fall on, I'm gonna give you the remedy for your ill. Okay? The cure. If your mate is ignorant of themselves, and there's a lot of that going on, so they're not special. You will have to learn what? To gain self-knowledge so they can have you together. You can't worry about them. You can't enlighten, educate them, but you got to take care of you first. Okay? They're your mate. They're there. They ain't going nowhere. Daily. Okay? Self-mastery meaning you learn how to deal with something on a day-to-day basis. And if you got an ignorant mate, you got to learn to deal with them. I'm just trying to give you a little therapy here. Don't worry about changing them. Don't worry about them being a don't. No, no, no. See the good qualities in them, respect that, respect them for that, and understand that. And their flaws and their ignorance of who they are, that's not your job to correct them. That's their job to figure it out. So leave them be. And that's what self-mastery means to me, is what? Dealing with that ignorant person that you have love for and you're being with, but you can't change them in how they are as a person. Man, mama, hey, stop complaining about the situation. People hear me talk about my wife and they get, no, I just tell the truth. What the hell? Anyway, I ain't gonna lie. So if you don't like what's being said, that don't mean it ain't the truth. So a lot of us don't want to be told the truth. So again, when you're dealing with an ignorant mate, you have to be what? Your best self. Damn, again, they are who they are. Don't let that mess you up. That's what happens a lot of times. Man, cause of her, man, cause of him. No, no, no. I mastered myself. So what? So that I can be better able to what? Deal with what? Other people who don't know themselves, aka the ignorant ones, my loved ones and friends. Everybody I hang out with ain't enlightened. I don't know the way, but I still love them. I ain't trying to change them. I ain't even trying to, ain't none of them ain't right thinkers. So right there, what that tell you right there? I ain't trying to push it off on nobody. I ain't trying to force it on nobody. They look at me, they whatever. Okay, but again, I'm giving life lessons. They don't think they need them. Okay, that's their choice. They got the right for that. Just like I got the right to give them, they got the right not to receive them. But if you are enlightened, if you have self knowledge, and you put the work in to do that, to gain that, and your mate is ignorant, that's not your problem. That's their problem. You shouldn't love them no less for how ignorant they. No, no. Now if they're good people, that's what you went there for. But they just bad people. Leave them alone. I got that lesson down here. Don't worry, I got you covered. Don't worry. These are life lessons, and trust me, if you practice these, you'll be fine. I know that for a fact. If you're married to an asshole, women, you love him, but he's an asshole. Why? Because that's who and how he is. You still love him. Fellas, if you're married to a woman who dumb as a bag of rocks, she is who she is, you still love her. Trust me on that one. Understand that. Don't let that be the deal breaker, okay? Knowledge shouldn't be a deal breaker. Understand that's first of all. Other things that I consider a deal breaker. We'll get to that in a minute. But if you're married to an asshole, sisters and brother, if you're married to an ignorant person, you have a problem. Why? You got to figure that out. They're going to be who they're going to be, okay? Sisters, if you know your man isn't ignorant of himself, full of himself, ego tripping, you know that because you live with him. You know him. A lot of us tend to, but you win him by your choice. And what's that? Now you have to what? Be master of yourself to deal with the situation that they're going to bring you in daily. Self-mastery is having the situation that you're going to have to be confronted with daily. And to learn how to deal with ignorant people. I'm getting better at that. First, outside that was easy. Outside that, no, excuse me. Inside, ignorance is the worst one to deal with. Why? You can't get around it. You have to come up. You got to, and that ain't easy. So then you got what? Deal with that every day. Self mastery is doing with something that you got to deal with. Put that in the situation where you got it under control. Which is what? You're not gonna control them. You're not going to control them. So stop making that an issue for yourself and just control yourself. My pastor told me, brother, right? You ain't got to get in the mud. You can't get in the mud with the pig and claim not to be a pig. So when I got to deal with ignorance, I can't be ignorant. Got to take the high road. Why? If you the smart one, you supposed to be, you got to know when what? Not to get in the mud. They love the mud. They wallow in it. They ain't got a problem. They're comfortable in that. You know them kind of people. When you go to cuss and hoop and holler and rant, they're comfortable in that whole stuff. That's the mud. I don't do that no more. Okay. But you got ignorant people who they're gonna be ignorant. Okay? And you gotta deal with them what? Every day. Trust me. That's self-mastery. Perfect segue. Self-mastery is not changing someone else. But yourself. Trust me. If you're going to acquiesce to ignorant people, you're making the adjustment, and that's a good thing for you. You're bettering yourself. I'm always going to take the high road with ignorant people. Now, the high road is, whatever. But in my mind, I'm the falcon. When you jump on my back as a crow, I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to soar until what? Till you jump off. So I just raise my intellect over yours, and you leave me alone. That's how I've been philosophically dealing with the ignorant people, and it's working like a charm for me. Why? I don't have problems. I have no problem arguing. No, I don't do that. No, I don't entertain none of that. That's why, and that's on me. That's on me. I ain't changed nobody. Ain't not a bit, but I did change me. 10 years. Have you changed? Have I changed? Yeah, made some change. Yeah, for the better. Yeah, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. And when I get that, I'm just feeling so good. So yeah, that's why I do what I do for myself. Why? People recognize it. They might not like it too, but they recognize it. That's what I care about. Okay, I ain't the same dude I was. No, I'm not the dude I was 10 years ago. Are you the same person you was 10 years ago? If you are, that's sad. Moving on, that's called life. We progress or we degress to make a difference, but you don't stay the same. All right. But with self-mastery, it don't matter what. If your mate is ignorant or enlightened, Don't make a difference. Why? They're your mate for other reasons, not that. That's why. Okay? Everybody ain't here to live up to your expectations, only you. And whatever you believe, however you feel, that's your choice. That's your right. But you ain't got to force it on nobody. That's when you get the problem. Why? You want somebody to think, feel like you. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Don't even waste your time with that with me, first of all. But now let's get into the deal breaker. In every life, the rain must fall. Women who cheat on you, don't try to change her. Just what? Leave. Don't beat her up. Don't just no all that. All that's ego. That's emotion taking control. When somebody wrong you, your option is to make that decision. That's called divorce. Half of marriages end up in divorce for whatever reason. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. One of them deal breakers is a cheating woman. Okay, I have and I live by a philosophy. If a woman cheats on me, that's not my fault. Hers. Why? I'm leaving her. She got to live with that consequence. And understand this. Everybody has their own decision to make. Don't tell me about if it was you. I don't give a damn. It ain't you. It's me. So every decision I make, I don't need nobody's approval or consent. Well, I don't give a damn. You have to make your decision for yourself. I'm fully aware of making my own. A woman who cheats needs to be what? By herself. If you want, don't get married. Don't be in a relationship if you still want to go do other things. That's a deal breaker for me personally. And she cheat herself. When she cheat on herself, she cheat on someone else. Okay, so leave them be. I used to be in love with a woman who cheats. What happened? Didn't stop. You want them to, you beg them to, they say they will, yeah. Yeah, we all heard that. We all heard that. But to be honest about it, yeah, till you make that decision, man, I'm done. Why? They're not gonna change. You can't change a cheating woman. Simple as that. Moving on. Real women don't cheat. That's what makes them good women. Good men don't cheat. That's what makes them good men. Don't tell me you're a good man, you sleep with everybody in goddamn town. Mason, so all that good stuff behind closed doors, y'all got more skunks in your closet than the damn Lord now. So stop telling me how good a man you are, how smart you are, how intelligent, but you are cheaters. I can't stand cheaters. If you marry the woman that you cheated with, the woman who the side chick become your wife, what's gonna happen? Yeah, the inevitable. Yeah, again. Sorry about that one. Got a little personal there. She will what? Cheat on you too. That's karma. That's karma. That's karma at its best. And when you're ignorant, you don't pay attention to none of that. You just knew all of a sudden you're like, what the hell did I do? A little late, that's Monday morning quarterbacking. I did that a few times too. But cheating women, like cheating men, need to be left alone. Why? They are who they are. Cheaters. Leave them be. If you don't know this cheater, once you catch them, leave them be. Why? They're going to cheat again. And all that forgiving them don't make a difference. Leave them. That's my advice for my fellows to my women. Now, women, I'm an equal opportunist. I got to live. I ain't figured out yet relationship between him and my mom. Men who cheat are unchangeable. Let me say it again, women. It's a psychological problem that ain't got nothing to do with you. Got nothing to do with you. So my point to that is, cause he cheating, leave him be. I don't give a damn. He's a cheater. You're not gonna change a cheater. They had to change themselves. That's my point with that. I used to be a cheater. Okay, I changed. So I know they can change, but it's not cause of the person, it's cause of the individual who wants to change. Excuse me. But men who cheat are unchangeable. You have to learn and what? No exceptions. Don't give a cheating man a second chance. Let him prove that he ain't a cheater to somebody else. Because he proved that he was a cheater to you. If you give him a second chance, he's going to validate that proof that he did the first time or she did the first time. Equal opportunities. I keep telling you, don't make a difference, male or female, bad or good, don't pick and choose the sex. Moving on. I was a cheater again. And when I was ignorant, I was not happy with myself. So it was all it gonna do with the women. Again, I took responsibility. What the hell? Yeah, yeah. Own it. That's the only way you're gonna change it. Did never care. Okay, took it to the grave. He ain't stopped. Moving on. So I'm not like him. Men cheat for many different reasons. Again, if you're a rich guy, you got everything you want, but maybe places that wifey, you go get that somewhere else. Why? Because you can pay for it and move on about your business. All them big businessmen, I was in the game back in the day. My girl worked on 54th Street. I would bring her, be a doorman, hang out all day, and only thing came to there was these old fat cats getting their pervert on around between 11 and 4 is their lunchtime. That's their freak time that they go do their thing. Okay, again, cheaters, but why? They can afford it. They can get away with it. Wife, you know, they cheat. She divorced him, take all his money. So you gotta keep it what on the low. Okay, more than that, men who cheat in different ways for different reasons. There's all kinds of stuff that y'all use. But for this guy who got his wife on retainer, that's hooker street. You get in the cab. The cabbie don't give a damn. Once he flick that meter, you on the clock. And whatever you say, we're done, that's how much you're gonna pay. Prostitutes, they hit the clock too. After that hour's up, you got to be negotiating. Why? You just your time is up. You pay for their time. You got the dime, I got the time. That's the whole hooker's mentality. But again, a cheater, male or female, will cheat for all different reasons. Again, equal opportunity. But in women, y'all can't stop a man from cheating. No, like women, like men, you can't stop a man from cheating. That's not your job. That's not your job. Stop yourself from cheating. I took that responsibility. Okay, I'm not a cheater now. I detest cheaters. When I was a cheater, I couldn't say that. What? That's the popcorn and kettle black. That's hypocrisy at its best. So now I have to be what? A non-cheater so I can talk about cheaters and how I don't like them and how I'm no longer one of them. That's another part of changing. Okay, change for the better. Cheaters who don't change, they ain't changing for the better. They just change how they cheat. That's all. They change their little MO. Oh, again, it's personal. That's why it's personal for the individual. But this is all about self-mastery. And if you are the one on the other end, you ain't self-mastered nothing. You the one that's cheating. That's on you. I got caught cheating. And ain't nothing worse in the world because it's so self-defeating. It's the word. I wanted to just, but I took that decision. My man, that ain't ever going to happen to me again. I'm not going to ever put myself in that predicament. No more. When I got out of prison, 1984, I ain't ever coming back to this place again. Some things you make commitment to yourself. You ain't got to say it to nobody else because it don't make a difference to nobody else but yourself. That's self-mastery. Mastering the stuff that you need for yourself, regardless about somebody else. They are who they are. You just need to be who you need to be. And you practice and listen to your boy, you be your best self, just like me. And I was so wrong. I just refused to put myself through that again. I get choked up thinking about it because, man, I was hurt. That felt so bad. But again, the philosophy is self-defeating when you get caught cheating. Why? Because you might not want to pay them dues. And yeah, what can I do? Change. Simple as that. Change. If what you're doing breaks you down or beats you, and if you don't change, that's a you problem. Moving on. And speaking of segue, I changed for the better. You never changed. Okay? So, as a man, I became honest with who? Myself first. Starts with me. I got back my self-pride, my integrity. Okay? My ability to say, I don't like cheaters. Male or female, don't make a difference to me. I can care who you are. If you're a cheater, I'm done with you. Simple as that. Moving on. And that's the whole goal for what? Self-mastery is to be able to deal with somebody else's flaws and character problems and don't make it yours. Handle yours. Just handle yours. Again, don't worry about somebody else. Okay? Again, where we at now here? Self-mastery is being able to maintain yourself and your integrity around what your ignorant mate or any friend, family, loved one. Don't get caught up in the nonsense. Okay? It's easy, but if you don't, it feels so much better. Watch this. If you're not secure AKA, you don't have knowledge of self, then you're not being your best self. You can be all you can be by what? Being your best self. If you're faking it, you're doing things that ain't cool, you got the hidden agenda, you can't stand up straight. Why? You got stuff that's holding you back. And we think nobody know. You should know yourself. How you gonna fake yourself out there when somebody else know? You should. Sorry, I get excited about that part. You lying to yourself. That's the worst person you can lie to. I told my son, in order for me to help you, I got to be able to trust you. So don't lie to me. Parents, don't we want our kids to tell us the truth? Where I start? With self. Oh, you can lie, but I can't. That's bad parenting. Let's wrap this up again. I get no ignorance of self. When you ignorant of yourself, that's no mastery, no self discipline, and it's illness that can be cured. Yeah, how you cure ignorance by what? Enlightenment. You study, you practice, you better yourself. AKA you practice living right, doing right, and things will change in your life. Any other way ain't gonna work. When Christ said, I am the way, he telling you this way is the only way to go work. I'm saying the same thing. I understand. I work on what? Being my best self. Daily. I'm at work right now. I'm working on me right now. Okay? And I'm getting what? Better every day. Can you say that about yourself? I ain't bragging. I ain't talking trash. If they say you can back it up, it ain't trash talking. And I can back up everything I say every day. That's keeping it real. That's P-Funk. That's me. And again, I know me. I know people, okay? And I know those who I can change, okay? And I know who I can change. But the one thing I can do, change me. And I ain't worried about changing somebody else. I can change myself. That's where it starts. And if somebody see you doing something, they may ask, well, how you do that? How you do that? Now you can help. I'm not running around giving unsolicited advice to nobody. I'm here doing what I do. For those who tune in, I appreciate you. So that's what I do. Let me wrap it up for you again. Appreciate you tuning in. For those who do. All right. In life, in this physical life, again, I'm trying to explain to you as enlightened being, spiritual philosophy, your highest level in life that you can achieve, that you can reach, is self-mastery. The best knowledge that is self-knowledge. So when you get knowledge of self, you master that knowledge, you master yourself, you live right, you do right, you be right. That's the highest level. We called it nihas. Shorten it out, make it common, know thyself. That's the goal for all human beings, not just right thinkers. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope you got it. I'm just here to do what I do. I'll be back with more for you. You know how I do. But in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I know none of my right thinkers who now understand self-mastery is what? Learning how to deal with an ignorant mate every day has passed away. We all got one. And if you ain't got one, you are the one.